You're winning or losing listing appointments before you ever even walk in the door. Not at the table, not during your presentation, but before. And the agents who get listings on lock before they even sit down, they've figured this out. And today I'm going to show you exactly how they do it. And before we get into it, if you want personalized coaching to help you build a listing-based business that generates consistent GCI, book a free one-on-one call with me right now. The link's below. It's my Calendly link. You'll get a direct link to my calendar and I'll show up on the call and we'll audit your business. Or DM me the word listings on Instagram or Facebook at PK Residential and let's get started. So here's what most agents do. They get the listing appointment, they Google the address, they throw together a CMA the morning of, they drive over and they hope for the best. And that is not a strategy. That's prayer. That's having faith that your personality is going to do the job. Sellers are doing their research on you before you ever show up. They are Googling. They're checking your Instagram. They're looking at your reviews. They're asking around. And by the time you ring that doorbell, they've already formed an opinion about you. And the question is, what opinion did they form? And did you control it? I want to tell you about a seller that I worked with who connected with me at an in-person event. So we met face to face. She saw that I was professional, we communicated well, we had great conversation, we exchanged contact info, and something that I always do is I ask if they're on Instagram or Facebook. So we connected on Instagram. From there, she followed my content, she saw my social proof, she saw how I work, how I show up, and what my clients say about me. And by the time she called me, because I wasn't reaching out, I didn't follow up with her truthfully. By the time she called me, and I drove over to her home for the listing appointment, before I showed her a single slide, any of my marketing, any of my materials, before I opened a CMA, talked about pricing or commissions or anything like that, she was already using language like, well, you let me know what you need me to do, and when you list it, I'll move this furniture, and when you do the photos, I'll take care of that. So she was already using language that she had decided that she was going to work with me. She already made her decision before I even arrived. I didn't have to pitch my services. I didn't have to convince her of my value. She'd already seen it. And I've had countless stories like this because I walk the walk, I build genuine social proof online, and I've built a brand around who I actually am so people can get to know me. They can see that I'm a professional. They see that I close deals. And when I show up, it's an automatic in. And that is the most powerful pre-listing tool you will ever have. And it's available to every single one of you. It's just up to you. Are you showcasing yourself? Are you building that brand? Are you creating that reputation before you even walk in the door? So write this down. Your social media presence, your reviews, your content, that is your pre-listing package. Every piece of content you post is a seller or buyer somewhere seeing what it looks like to work with you. Every client testimonial you share, it's a future seller deciding whether you're trustworthy before they even call you. Every market update you put it gives a homeowner to be able to have the thought that this agent knows the area. So stop treating your brand as something that's nice to have. It's your most powerful lead conversion tool, and it works 24 hours a day while you sleep. And if you are proud of it and you know that your content is great for people to see, then you're going to want them to follow you on these platforms, and you're going to share your Instagram and share your social proof so that they work with you when you show up. If you don't have consistent social proof and content that's working for you right now, that's your homework after this video. Start today. Done is better than perfect. If you haven't ever closed a deal or if you haven't sold a listing before, you can make videos and content that alludes to the fact that you know what you're doing, that you're the professional, and that you will figure out a way. But to the consumer online, they see you as a professional, they see you as the authority, they see you as the advisor to sell their home. But if you don't have any of that, how are they going to trust you in today's day and age? So here's what you do next. You need to research the seller before you arrive. You should know who you're talking with. You should know who you are walking in to meet. Look them up on LinkedIn, Facebook, public records. Look at their tax records. See when they bought the home. Did they buy it with a loan? Did they cash it out? This is not being creepy. You're being prepared. You're doing your job. You're being a business owner who's taking control of the result. You want to know how long they've owned the home, where they might be moving to and why, and whether they've tried to sell before. If their house has been on the market in the past, you need to know that. You can't be surprised when they tell you this information. You need to do your homework so that you have the data and the ammo and the talking points for when you arrive to look like you actually did something before you showed up. And it gives you talking points. So you can say, hey, I noticed you've been in the home for a while. I can imagine that this is a big decision for you to move. It's not a script, it's true empathy backed by preparation because you actually did research on them. And sellers feel that difference immediately. They know that you did homework before versus if you just show up and you're getting brand new information that you really should have known prior to coming to the appointment. So step 3, you need to make contact the night before. So do this every single time with no exceptions. The night before your appointment, send a quick text or give them a quick call. Keep it to 30 seconds. Say, hey, I'm just confirming our appointment tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to sitting down with you. I've done my prep and I think you'll love what I put together. And make sure they confirm. That's it. It shows professionalism. It shows you know your calendar. It builds anticipation, and it reminds them that you are the agent coming tomorrow, not just a stranger with a business card. You are the authority. You're a business owner. You're full-time. You focus on this industry, and it positions you to earn respect immediately. So some agents like to walk into listing appointments with a pricing strategy in place. This isn't my strategy. What I like to do is have a range in mind of where I think the value is going to be. But ultimately, if the home hasn't been on the market for the last 15 years and I don't know the upgrades and features and I don't have current pictures of the home to see what's been done to it, I need to walk in, see it, touch it, feel it, smell it to be able to properly price it accurately with the market. So most agents will walk in with a price. They'll try to convince the seller to work with them because they have a list price in mind, and it might be higher than it really should be because you have no idea what's behind those doors before you walk in. So for me personally, I don't share a value at the listing appointment. I will do that afterwards. I want them to decide to work with me before we even get into a pricing conversation. I keep everything positive and light and exciting and fun and talking about their dreams and their vision and where they want to go at the listing appointment and highlight the property and all the memories they've had in there. And then I will go back, now that I've seen the home, I'll be able to properly value it. And that builds authority between you and the seller, because every other agent is going to walk in with a price. But you can say, hey, how are they going to come up with a price if they didn't know what your home looked like? Or they didn't know these upgrades that you did, or they didn't know you did the roof in 2022, and they didn't know you put new carpets in the bedrooms and you have a brand new appliance package. So how are we going to trust that their value is accurate? And so this will build trust at the appointment. So have a range in mind so you can speak to things and you can know the comparable sales that are down on the block and on the street, so you're prepared when you walk in. But don't commit to a price until you've seen the home and you've had a chance to go back and do your research. Some agents will say, hey, we already have an agent in mind. Don't panic at this. Do not bail. Here's what I say. Say, hey, I completely understand and respect that. All I ask is that you let me show you what I prepared. If at the end of the conversation you still feel that the other agent is the right fit and they're going to protect your bottom dollar better than I am, I will fully respect that. But I'd love the chance to earn your trust first and give you a second opinion at least. Then execute everything I just walked through. 9 times out of 10, the agent that they had in mind did none of this, and you'll walk out with the listing. So you're winning or losing listings before you even arrive, and now you know how to control that window. Build your brand so it does the work before you even show up. Research your seller. Research your sellers. Make contact the night before and walk in with a specific price range, but don't commit to a price at the appointment. Do these things consistently, and sellers will be using that language like, well, when you list it, before you even make your pitch. That's what consistent GCI looks like. That is what taking control of your pipeline looks like. If this gave you something real to work with, I want to help you take it even further. I do one-on-one coaching calls for agents who are ready to build a listing-based business with predictable income. Book your free call right now on the Calendly link below, or DM me the word listings on Instagram or Facebook at PK Residential. Your competition is doing this, so make sure you are too.